Hello, Sanibonani, beautiful people. Welcome back to Thenjiwe TV. So in this video, I have a question for you guys. We all know what has been happening. The president did tell us that we are facing the third wave. And also this week, we have been reading all over our different newspapers that there is a call out for teachers to get their vaccines, to get vaccinated, and well, amongst other professions that are regarded as, or that are requesting to be regarded as frontline workers so that they can get a vaccine. And some schools are now saying that they will not be allowing teachers who choose not to get their vaccine to continue teaching, to continue educating. As soon as they get a green light that teachers can be vaccinated ahead of everyone else, because as we know, everyone is waiting for their age group before they can get their vaccine. So my question for you is, do you think teachers should be forced to get the vaccine? As a teacher, as a parent, as a citizen, what do you think should happen? Should teachers have a choice and only get the vaccine if they choose to, or should it be mandatory for them to get the vaccine before they go back to school? Take into the consideration that the country is now experiencing third wave. We are in winter, and it's one of our most extreme winters. And obviously, in some schools, we have it worse than in others, where we have more children in classrooms. As a parent, as a teacher, as a citizen, what do you think? Should it be compulsory for teachers to get the vaccine, or should they choose if they want to? Hell no, not with our children. It's a big no. No, as a parent to my kids. There is no third wave. We go according to what we have been told. So as far as we have been told, we are experiencing a third wave. But do you think teachers should be forced? It should be compulsory. It should be mandatory for teachers to get their vaccine, or should they do it if we were made to understand yes, we were in every country, we were made to do that, but they do make it difficult in most professions for people who have not vaccinated. There are even companies that are now saying they will not fire people who have not vaccinated, but they will not be employing people who have not vaccinated. So as much as they say it's not mandatory, it's not compulsory, you do it by choice, just like they did with testing. But to be honest, there is no choice in most cases. But when it comes to teachers, do you think, if you are a teacher, would you rather leave your job, or would you take them to court if they said you can no longer come to school until you get your vaccine, your mjovos? Not at all. Why force them? If they don't want, then they don't want. It's not like the vaccine guarantees their safety regarding COVID. And then what about children? Because they are working with children. Nobody must be forced to vaccinate. I know nobody must be forced, but well, that's an argument for another day, but secretly we are all eventually going to have to do it, because there are even airlines that have published that they're not going to be accepting passengers without the vaccine. So it's sorry about that. So it's, yeah. Eventually, it looks like we will all be. So what do you think? What do you think for teachers? Yes, 100%. It's because schools are the most high-risk places. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But if you have the vaccine, I think it does reduce your chances of passing it on. We all have freedom of choice with our health. Do we force teachers with HIV to get ARVs, Why force people to get the vaccine? We don't have enough studies that show the side effects of the vaccine. I do agree with that, and some people have shown severe side effects, but also things like HIV do not just, they don't spread as easily as what we are currently facing. Yes, they have to get vaccine, no choice. Nope, we all have choices and those must be respected. We don't have a good history with inoculation. Yep, you all have such valid arguments. Essentially, the vaccine is not 100% protective. It is not at all. It is not. If we force teachers to get it, if we have to force bus drivers too that carry kids and the mandia that sell at tuck shops to our kids, very valid argument. Here we go, sweets, what we spoke about. We are not going to be forced. But what would you do if they started saying teachers have to get the vaccine? In some countries, they're already saying that. There is actually a school in Florida that said they will not be having any teacher who chooses to vaccine. So they are doing exactly the opposite of what everyone else is doing. They are like, they do not want anyone of their staff to get vaccinated. So if you get the vaccine, it is your way of saying you no longer want to work there. There is no but. There shouldn't be any law, rule, or forcing anyone, regardless of their occupation, to do vaccination. But that's what they said about testing. But now we have to test in order to travel. If airlines can force us, why can't the Department of Education force its employees? Why should teachers be forced? And it's not like being vaccinated means you won't get COVID. Good idea. No. No one should be forced to be vaccinated. That means parents should be forced to. And you guys don't like the vaccine. I can tell from here. Should be taken by everyone. We go to malls to mix with the same teachers, and if they have to take it, why not everyone then? Taxi drivers carry the nation to work. They can be considered as frontline workers too. Yes, even Befundisi, your priests, your pastors were saying as religious leaders, they need to be taken as frontline workers. In Canada, they're now vaccinating kids from 12 years of age. It's important for everyone to vaccinate. However, it has to be a person's choice whether they vaccinate or not. Don't force people or students. Mabena, good point. Well said. No one must be forced. Keke Uti, I think so, because according to Section 29, 1A of the Constitution, all children have the right to a basic education and adult basic education, therefore ensuring the best interest of learners in this socio-economic down age. I think they should be vaccinated. Inequalities in our education is still marginalizing historically disadvantaged schools. We are getting poorer. Learners truly need to be at school. I do agree that children need to be back at school. I do 100% agree. And this thing of children going to school like Babamba Matoho, like 6 days a month, it is not good. We're going to have more drug addicts. We're going to have more school dropouts. It's just not fair. We need children to be back at school full time. We cannot afford to have what is happening. And most African parents, especially Black parents from a poorer background, cannot afford to have people who are looking after their children while they are at work. So we are finding teenagers being left alone at school with no supervision. And this is not good. We need children to be back at school. But if it means teachers have to be forced, what do we do? We haven't seen the first citizen taking it. Shouldn't he be? He did. Ramaphosa, well, I don't know if it was vinegar, water, or anything, but he did take the vaccine. As far as we are concerned as the nation, he did take his vaccine. O taxi driver ababhenyelwa webafo uhulumeni uyabazi, including uFikile Mbalula. Yeah, guys, There is no high and low risk because the virus besingakatshengiswa yona, even nabo-doctor nabo-sosayensi abakaze basikhombisa nokuthi isuka ngezinyawo noma iyandiza uma iya komunye. Abasikhombisa kuzomele bachaze ukuthi umuntu ibulala kanjani bese besinika incazelo yokuthi iyodwa nje ingahlanganele nalutho isibulala abantu abangaki. Basikhombisa nama-postmortem akhona. Mina nje bandla ngingedwa angihambisane neningi, ngeke ngijove ngingazi ukuthi ngijovelani. That's another argument for another day, guys. There are so many things that we do that we are not in control of. Yeah, so that's what has been interesting. Let me show you the letter that did come out. At the moment, please do not get me wrong. I am not saying teachers will be forced. I am not saying they will be forced to get the vaccine, but it is highly encouraged that they do get it, and it might just get to that point of no vaccine, no pay to get back to class. And as a parent, we need to know what you say about teachers getting the vaccine. Because I see in South Africa, shame, we are very, very slow. We are very, very slow when it comes to getting the jab. People are scared. People, I don't know if they do not trust the system or what is happening, but we are very, very slow. The letter says the National Department of Health has confirmed that the J&J, which is Johnson & Johnson vaccine, will be available within the next week, most of which should be used for educators. Okay, let me remove this. So I'm reading for my phone, so that's why I'm looking down. Sorry about that. The target group is basic education, all staff members of primary and secondary schools. It is expected that the dedicated vaccination sites for educators will be ready by Wednesday, 9th of June 2021, and the vaccination period will be for 2 weeks. It will be appreciated if your departmental coordinators could avail him or herself for a planning meeting as early as Friday, the 4th of June. So from today, they are planning for the next 2 weeks, which will be a rollout for educators. Yeah, so if you watch this video and you are an educator, please do let us know, are you going to get the vaccine? And do you think you should be forced? If not enough teachers avail themselves, should they be forced to take the vaccine? Somebody will step down for forcing us to vaccinate. Mina ngeke ngijove, abajova bathanda yasinamona. No one should be forced to vaccinate. Most people have strong enough immune system to fight off this virus. We are all survival rate is pretty good. Abayifuna vaccine bangayithatha. I doubt it was the vaccine. It was probably water, because politicians thrive off fear and panic. Why is it that the mortality rate was with people who had pre-existing conditions? We started to use African herbs and boom, a sudden stop spreading. Yep, people are saying that. But yeah, guys, let us talk about it. Let us educate ourselves and let us know what we will do, because the rollout has started. And please, my advice for all of you is do not do what people are saying. Do what is right for you and do what will make you feel good. And as I have said, you can go to my channel, Thenjiwe Unplugged, and watch my video. I have taken my vaccine, and in that video, I do explain why I took the vaccine. So please do go and watch. Do not be influenced by anyone. Do what is right for you, and do not judge anyone who decides to either take it or not. Everyone should have their own choice and make their own choice. But I do really hope that, yeah, we don't get forced. But yeah, if you watch my video, you'll understand why I took mine. And I wish you all the best, and to our educators, good luck for the next 2 weeks. I hope you make a choice that works for you. Let me just show you a short clip of me getting mine.
So if you drop this arm completely and just relax it, and just a little scratch, okay? All done. Just hold that for a second.
Are people still scared to come and get the vaccine, especially from the BAME background?
We are very busy. Like, it's always busy. But I think maybe we need to up the game and get more people in, definitely. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just like that.
Why did I wait so long?
It's nice and easy, exactly. And you've got the perfect top on.
Put this here. So we're done now?
You are done. Because you're not driving, you don't have to stay.
Okay,
you're
thank
all
you.
good. You've got this sheet with all the side effects.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
That's it. You're all good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. If you go straight through them, we'll go down.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so if you go, you can watch the full video. I do explain why I eventually decided to get the vaccine. You will find a video on my YouTube channel, Thenjiwe Unplugged. And yeah, thank you so much. And have a good day. I'll be back. I've got a few videos today, so I will be back. See you soon.